So at this point in book one, Ilioneus, or Ilioneus is the other way to pronounce his name. He's in the middle of his speech. He's sort of talking to Dido and like listing off all the things that, all the mistreatment that they've received. And he's asking these rhetorical questions here. He's saying, what race of men, and then we supply an est, right, is this? Or kind of what such barbarous country or fatherland permits these custom, like, right, the mores are the ways of the ancients. You have a synthesis here. You have the hunc mora, right, the object is interwoven with the barbarous fatherland. And then he continues, he says, we are kept off we are prohibited from the hospitality of the beach, literally of the sand. They incite wars, right? So he's switching from a we to a they, right? So they incite wars, and they forbid, we assume us, to stand on the first land, right? The first little bit of land is the beach, right? Because you go from sea to land, and the first little bit is the beach. He says, if you all scorn, right? So now we've gone from first to third to second person plural. If you all scorn the race of men and mortal weapons, but you can expect this imperative here. He says, but expect that gods are mindful of what is right and of what is wrong, right? Of speaking and not speaking. You have this indirect statement here. Expect that the gods are mindful. You got to assume there's an essa in between the deos and the memores, right? Because the gods are mindful of what is right and what is wrong. And he goes on. He says, Aeneas was a king to us, or a king for us. This is a dative of possession. And this is a weird little thing here. This quo is an ablative of comparison with the eustior, the more just. So he's saying another was more just than whom, right? It's a weird phrase. He's trying to say that Aeneas was the most just guy, and he was another was not more just than whom, right? Than that guy. And we're going to reuse the neck and reuse the fuit, right? And was not was not greater, right? Maior, another comparative, was not greater in piety or faithfulness or in war or in weapons, right? So he's just saying all these nice things, conveniently saying all these nice things about Aeneas when Aeneas is in the cloud, in the nebula behind him. So it's great for his brown nosing situation. All right, and he says, if the fates save this man, here the notes tell you that the quem is sort of a stand-in for a hunc, right? It's this man. They explain more about it if you look in the notes in your Song of War book, right? So if the fates save this man, and we assume Aeneas, right, enjoys. Now, Westcore is a deponent verb. It's one of your puff V. It's the V of puff V. So it takes an ablative object. So if Aeneas enjoys or feeds on a heavenly breeze, and this is a euphemism for him being alive, right? So if he breathes, right, if he's enjoying a heavenly breeze, he's alive. And this is a simple present condition, right? So C plus present tense, C plus present tense. There's still some hope there that Aeneas is alive, right? So if Aeneas enjoys a heavenly breeze and has not yet is not yet lying upon cruel shadows, right? And that's lying upon cruel shadows. What does that mean? That's a euphemism for being dead, right? So if he does not yet lie on cruel shadows, then there is no fear, right? Fear is not, right? It is not fear. And this is a weird thing here, right? This poenitiat is, adjussive, subjunctive. It's weird. It's sort of, that's why I wrote it out. So it would not regret you to have struggled. This kertasa is actually a kertawissa. It's syncopated. So there's syncopated, right? To have struggled to be first, we assume the to be, right? To be first in duty. Is he still talking to Aeneas? I think he's saying like, Dido, you won't regret helping us, right? So it would not regret you to have struggled to be first in your duty to us, right? So you won't regret to have helped us. If he's still alive and if he does not if he's not dead, right? There are, right? He's like, and there are cities and weapons in the Siculian regions, right? In the Sicilian regions for us, we assume. And there's also distinguished, what is Claros? Famous, distinguished Acestes. This is an epithet here for him, Claros Acestes, from Trojan blood. We've seen from Trojan blood, right? The race derived from Trojan blood. So they have these friends in Sicily, cities and stuff that they can move on to. So now he makes the plea. He says, Lykeat. This is a subjunctive. It's adjussive subjunctive. Kind of, may it be allowed, like, would that it were allowed to subducere, to beach the fleet, having been shaken by the winds. And may it be allowed to optare, to fashion beams, what do you call, what do you hang the masts? No, it's the mast you hang the sails from. It's the masts, right? To fashion masts from the woods, right? The big trees in the woods, and to trim them as oars, not as roars. I took the R from Ramos. And, sort of, if it is given, we assume by the fates, to strive for Italy, an accusative of place to which, with the comrades and the king having been recovered, little applet of absolute action right there. Then you have this purpose clause, so that we happy ones might seek Italy and Latium. Let's see. So we happy may seek Italy and Latium. Talked about the purpose clause. All right. Sin, but if the salvation has been lost, absumpta est, and let's say, and the sea of Libya has you, best father of the two Greens. And so now this is an apostrophe. He's talking to Aeneas kind of off stage. Technically Aeneas is there. He's in the cloud, but Ilioneus doesn't know that he's there. So it's an apostrophe because he's talking to someone sort of off stage. And in the hope of Iulus, remember that's Aeneas' son, if the hope of Iulus no longer, or not yet remains, no longer remains, then he's like, but saltem, at least. This saltem is an adverb meaning at least, but at least petamos, let us seek. It's a hortatory subjunctive, comes from down here. I'm using it up here and moving it up here, right? Let us, right? Hortatory, the salad subjunctives. Let us seek the straits of Sicily and the seats having been prepared, and King Acestes kind of whence, from where, right? From where here we have been carried, ad vecti. And so, with such things, Ilioneus or Ilioneus, kind of we assume stops, right? And the rest of the Dardanians, the rest of the Trojans, simultaneously, all at once, began to roar from their mouths or from their faces. So it's literally, this is like and then everybody clapped situation, right? So Ilioneus or Ilioneus makes this speech, and he's like, you should be nice to us. Like, if Aeneas is still alive, it's the solid thing to do. Even if he's not still alive, let us seek the places, let us seek Italy or Sicily. And he like stops, and then everyone's like, oh, so great, and they start clapping. So that's Ilioneus' speech. It's not the most exciting thing, but then Dido has a very magnanimous response afterwards. So there you go.